Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. In this video, a quick comparison between the iPhone 16 Pro that we have here on the right, comparing it to the iPhone 14 Pro that we have here on the left. The 16 Pro is the black titanium and the 14 Pro is the space black. I have been using the iPhone 16 Pro for over 1 week. I've been using the iPhone 14 Pro for over 1 year. And in this video, I want to share with you a few factors, a few things that I noticed using the iPhone 16 Pro. So this is by no means a review or full comparison. It's just a few things that I noticed using the 16 Pro on a daily basis. So first of all, what is actually quite noticeable when you hold these phones is the fact that the screen on the 16 Pro is just a bit larger with 6.3 inches compared to 6.1 inches. Also, what's noticeable is the fact that now we have a titanium build, which is very nice. It's very matte finish. I really like it. The side, I think, of the 14 Pro is a bit more shiny, but on the 16 Pro the finishing is more matte. The back of the phones actually are quite similar. On the back we have a matte glass back. With the 14 Pro we have a stainless steel case. And again with the 16 Pro we have a titanium case. Now what I noticed using this phone on a daily basis, that I was using the action button quite a bit. That we can see right here above these volume buttons, and these action button is actually, it's very intuitive. I really like it. As you can see right here, just holding it, I decided to use it for the silent mode because I'm used to that with the 14 Pro, where you have that switch that you can use with your nail to just switch between silent mode and the regular mode. So that's another thing that I noticed. And the third thing is the camera button. That is actually, it's quite useful. However, for me personally, using it, sometimes I would press it by accident. To operate it, you just press it and you jump into that camera mode, which is really amazing. So nice for, I think, for content creators, as you can see right here. But then I was sometimes just like pressing it by accident, which is really annoying for me personally. So I felt like holding the phone in the daily use, I think holding the 14 Pro was better because there was no camera button right there. So that's worth noticing. And also with the case that I have been using, the OtterBox case, there was a cutout for the camera button. And actually that was quite uncomfortable to hold with that cutout, which is a bit of a sharp edges. I did not really like that feeling. But then again, with the 14 Pro, it's so comfortable to use. Now let's go to the ports. So with the 14 Pro, we have the typical Lightning port, which to me was a plus because I have been using a lot of the Lightning cables. I have plenty of them in my storage. I did not need to upgrade my whole accessories. I have some old earpods laying around with the Lightning port. But then with the 16 Pro, you have USB-C. So of course with the phone comes the charging cable, which is on both sides, as you can see, is USB-C, which gives you faster data transfer. I think also for faster charging. So it's definitely a big improvement. You might also want to get some headphones with a USB-C port to connect it to your 16 Pro, or alternatively go wireless with, for example, some AirPods. Big improvement with the 16 Pro. However, I found it quite annoying. I was walking outside with the phone. I was carrying my earpods. I wanted to plug them in and I just noticed, oh, this doesn't work because now we no longer have Lightning. Very silly of me, but in practice, I have a lot of Lightning accessories laying around, and it took me some time to get used to the 16 Pro. I decided to just use my AirPods with the 16 Pro, which worked amazing. But then again, I also thought about getting the newer EarPods with the USB-C plug, because I really like this on the go with the remote. It's just a great earphones. Now, in terms of dimensions, also there's a bit of a difference. The 16 Pro is a bit larger in terms of the height. We have 149.6 here on the right with the new 16 Pro, and on the left we have 147.5 millimeters. So the iPhone 16 Pro is 2 millimeters larger. Yeah, it's just it's not very noticeable. However, honestly, I find the Pro to be already quite big for my small hands. I think a size increasement is not a good thing. However, it's just ever so slightly higher, so it's not significant. In terms of the thickness, also the phone has become a little bit thicker with 8.25 millimeters compared to 7.85 millimeters. So again, the 16 Pro has a bigger battery. It's a bit larger, but it's not noticeable. And in terms of the weight, the phone now is a little bit lighter compared to the 14 Pro, coming in at 199 grams compared to 206 grams. Also, this actually is a little bit noticeable, I find in practice. I think also worth noting again is if you look at those bezels here with the 14 Pro, they don't annoy me at all. I think it's very useful, and the screen might be a little bit smaller with those bezels, but I find holding the phone actually to be better because there's a little bit of a bezel of a case around it. With the 16 Pro, I started noticing that I was almost touching the screen because the bezels are so thin. On paper, I really like a larger screen, it looks nice, but holding the phone, actually I find the 14 Pro again with those larger bezels to be more comfortable to use, also better with my cases. And then again, for me, the biggest, both positive and negative thing about the 16 Pro is that camera button. To me, I really like the functionality of the camera button. I really love it. But holding the phone just made it a little bit weirder by sometimes just accidentally pressing that camera button, and also just holding it was not as comfortable compared to the 14 Pro. So that was just a little side by side of the 14 Pro, that is a great phone that I've been using for over 1 year, and the brand new 16 Pro. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Have a fantastic day and see you soon.